What's up, everybody? We're back at the Z Casino in Blackhawk, Colorado. We're back at the roulette machine, and I'm going to be doing another strategy video again today. We covered the single dozen Martingale with a hedge. This time we're going to be doing a double street with a hedge. We're going to be moving down the list here. So basically the strategy with this is the same principle as that, except for the odds are a little bit longer or a little bit greater. So we're going to be hedging with half the table. Pick whatever side you want, and then we're going to be playing 1 dozen. And basically what's going to happen is if we hit any part over here, we're going to get our money back. If we hit over here, we're going to gain some units, which in this case it'll be $1.50, and we have 50 out there. So this pays 5 to 1. And if we get if we go through 2 misses on here, we're going to have to martingale. We're going to up our bets until we get a hit, and then we'll reap the rewards from that. So I hope I explained that. It's a pretty simple system. If you've been following along my other demonstrations, the other martingales, it's pretty much following right along the same steps. So, and there we go. Look at, we get a miss right away. So as you can see, we're down 2 units. So we're in for 10. We're sitting at 950. If I put this out here and I repeat, you can see if we hit this for $1.50, that's going to put us up to $10.50, which means we're going to profit 2 units or 50 cents. So if we were to lose this round, we're not going to be able to profit if we get a hit on the next one. So what we're going to do is increase. We're going to martingale both the double street as well as the hedge, and it basically gives us another attempt at step 1 for round 2 of trying to profit from the same way of playing. And then you can do the same thing over and over. You just keep doubling, but you don't want to. At some point, you run into because the payout's 5 to 1, and you're betting 4 units. You'll run into a point where you're crossing over, and you're not going to be profiting. I think it's at like stage 4, level 4 or 5. All right, so that hits our hedge, so that's all right. So that doesn't do anything for us, which is the whole purpose of playing this hedge. And you know, basically the point of this is to highlight how to martingale a double street. If you were going to do it without a hedge, you could basically, what I would do is I would take 3 attempts at hitting it, and then I would double my bet. That way you get a progression where you're always going to profit if you keep going. If you go to 5 units and you miss, and then let me make sure I get my bets on there. If you go to 5 units and then you miss, and then you up your bets, you'll only be able to go 3 or 4 levels before, after, you know, your bets aren't going to be profiting anymore. You're going to be losing every time you hit. So something to keep in mind. I hope I explained that well enough. But I like to, as you know, I like to do a hedge with any kind of longer odds. So we'll see if we can get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And we get a 7. So once again, we miss, and this is going to be a perfect time to demonstrate the fact that if we go here and we were to get a win, we're sitting at $8.50 in the bank, we're in for 10. If we get a win on the double street right now, we'd be at $10. We don't want to play to break even. We want to get ahead when we get a hit. So what we're going to do, in order to maintain the same exact system, we're going to double each, and this way if we hit our hedge, it's covering our bet. And once again, we get 2 shots at this round before we have to increase our bets, and we're going to be conscious of the point at which we get where we're not going to be winning, and we're going to triple our bets if necessary. But usually, in my experience playing this system, I played this quite a bit, you don't you know, you get quite a bit of hits, so you shouldn't go too deep. And if you do, just like any other thing, I'd say, you know, don't spend a lot of money chasing after it. I just call it a day or call it a session and try to come back, rinse and repeat. All right, so we hit our hedge. And once again, for the sake of the demonstration, I'll try to keep this around 15 minutes, just like the other videos, so you can kind of compare and contrast. Future iterations, you know, I'm going to be going down all the progressions. So we're going to be checking out, you know, a corner bet, a single street, a split, a single number. We're going to be doing all the different martingales, the variations that you can do. Oh. Time is running out. I'm talking and getting sidetracked, losing track of what I'm doing here. So let's get our bets on. But once again, this is our first round, or this is our second level, first round. We get 2 rounds per level, and we're attacking the double street martingale with a hedge. Let's see if we can get a hit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 are our numbers we're looking for. And that's 29, so once again it's going to hit our hedge. And you can see if you were playing this without a hedge, you're going to get a lot of misses, and you're going to have to dig deep in the case that variation or variance isn't on your side, and you're just missing a lot. So be prepared for that if you're not playing with a hedge. If you are playing with a hedge, just take into account your units. You're actually, you know, you're decreasing the amount of chances that you get per level, per bet that you're making at whatever odds you're trying to attack. So just some things to keep in mind, but we're going to be going through them all, and then we're going to be combining them and doing different variations and stuff, so you guys can kind of see all the different ways that you can implement these different martingale or progression betting systems on different odds. So once again, we're hoping for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. 19 to 36 is our hedge. Let's get a 1, I feel it. Number 29. So that hits our hedge again. So looking over here, if you can see, it looks like we've hit 3 hedges on this round. So if we weren't playing with the hedges, we'd be increasing right now. So that's something to take into consideration. But also, if you were, in the case that you're running hot and you are hitting your numbers that you're playing, your double street, then these units are only taking away from the equity that you would normally win. But based on the odds you're playing, you're not going to run hot very often. So I wouldn't plan on running hot. I would plan on having a lot of misses and playing it safely. And once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And this is the first round of the second level. Oh, 2. Yes, we get it. All right, there we go. So we're 6 minutes in. And we get a hit on our first level, so that you're going to see the results there. So as you can see, we gained 4 units because we martingale. So we incurred 2 losses at the first level, then we increased. And now what we're going to do for this example, and you can play it any which way you like. There's different variations. You can increase, you can anti-martingale, press your bets. You can apply the different things that we've gone over and utilize them with this system as well. But for the sake of what we're doing, we're just going to rinse and repeat and see how many hits we can get in 15 minutes or so, and see how lucky we can get. But like I said, this is a pretty high hit rate system. The only numbers that you're not looking to hit are right here, the 7 to 18. In the case if you're playing what I'm playing. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see what we got. I missed it. So we got 27, so we're going to hit our hedge.
The winning number is 27, red odd. Place your bets, please.
All right, so we hit our hedge, so that doesn't do anything for us. So we still have our 4 unit gain up top, and we're going to repeat. And if you watched my single dozen martingale with a hedge, this is very similar. You're just giving up a little bit of the table equity for a little bit more reward, or the chance at a few more bets. You'll actually get the option to go a lot deeper if necessary, so something to consider.
No more bets, thank you.
Alright, let's see what we got going on. Sorry, I keep forgetting. And once again, we're at the first level. We just got a hit, so we're resetting all the way over. Oh, and we get a 4. Look at that, another hit. All right, so there we go. We got another gain of 4 units. So we're in for 10. We're sitting at 12. And luckily, we didn't have to go to the second level that time. So we're going to repeat down to the first level and hope for another hit.
Time is running out. Please place your bets.
So we've had 2 successful hits, and we're 9 minutes into the video. We've gained a total of 8 units. We started at 10. We're sitting at 12, and we reset back down to 25-cent units each. And let's see if we can get another hit here. 3 would be nice. Ooh, 6. Look at that. We get another one. All right.
The winning number is 6, black eagles.
And this is a good example of when a system goes right. I would say that this is we're running above expectation now. You know, if the odds to hit a double street are 12 to 1, I believe, and the payout's 11 to 1. That's how the house gets in their edge. So if you did all the math, you could see how much above expectation we're running in this current moment. Which right now I think we're probably ahead by a few spins or so. So not bad, but that's where the martingale progression kind of keeps you ahead rather than having to dig from behind. All right, let's see what we got here. And I do have other variations of ways to do a progression or kind of attack this with a flat bet if you just want a flat bet, but I'll go over that in another series. I have a lot of ideas and series that I'm going to be showing off.
The winning number is 21.
All right, so we hit our hedge.
Place your bets, please.
So if you take a look, we're in for 10. We're sitting at 13, so that's going to give us a 12 unit gain. $3 if you're talking dollar-wise. And once again, if you're playing higher units, let's say you're starting at $1, you know, that would give you a $3 gain, or a we have a $3 game, so times that by 4, so we'd have a $12 gain right now. I think my math is correct there. Once again, have to excuse me, I get burnt out playing all these different games and whatnot. So, all right, let's see if we can get another hit here. 3 hits so far. We've hit the hedge a bunch of times. I hope this demonstrates to you guys why I like using a hedge. I find it to be very useful. In my experience playing without it, I went deep a lot of times and was wondering what was wrong. Wow, look at that. Get it again.
The winning number is 2.
We are just running hot, and this is what happens when you pick the right thing, and this can happen too. This is a low volatility system, and look what's, we're getting ahead pretty far. We're roughly 11 minutes in, and we're at $14, which is a gain of 16 units. So, hey, that's pretty good. Can't complain about that, especially at these stakes. And once again, it gives you an idea if you're going to up your stakes or you're playing for higher stakes and whatnot. You can just multiply by whatever stakes you're playing to get an idea of how this would run, or what the effect would be at the stakes you're playing. So we're sitting at 14, we're in for 10. We got 4 hits so far. I believe we're getting so many I can't even keep track. I didn't expect to get this many. So let's see, I'm going for our 5th. All right, we hit the hedge.
The winning number is 26, black even.
And this is kind of what happens when you're on the positive side of the variance with roulette. This doesn't happen forever. I wouldn't, if you run good, I wouldn't plan on continuing to run good. Kind of reap your rewards, do what you need to do. But I've seen a lot of people go up a good amount and give it all back because they think that they're going to continue to run good, and the law of large numbers just catches up to you, and anything can happen.
Thank you.
Even these 50-50 bets, I've seen 25 reds in a row. I think it was reds in a row. So anything can happen. But keep that in mind, you're gambling. There's variance involved. Oh, get a 30, so that's going to be our hedge again. But yeah, when I first started playing roulette, you wouldn't believe I was doing all this research, doing all these systems, I was doing all the math, and I was like, oh, there's no way you can lose doing this, all this and that, and trust me, you can lose any which way, and whatever you don't think can happen will happen eventually. If you play long enough, you'll see everything. It's pretty amazing what happens. So, I can't even go over the things that I've seen happen, but I've sat down and I was playing my single dozen Martingale, and I got wiped out four hits on numbers the 7 through 12 in a row right when I sat down. It's unreal. You wouldn't think something like that can happen, but it does. So always keep that in mind when you're gambling. Never gamble money that you can't afford to lose. There is no, I think I said this in my other system video, there's no secret sauce that I know of. So, I thought we were going to get it again. So it's 14, so we're going to get a miss there.
The number is 14, red even.
So I guess we're going to go...
Place your bets, please.
This is going to be the first time... Actually, we're still on the second... We're in the first round, or first level, second round. And we have 13 in the bank, 50 cents out there. We started at 10. So if we miss here, we're going to have to increase. And this is where you want to be careful, because this is where variance does catch up to you. You think you're running hot and you're just assuming that you're going to hit, and now the other side of variance says, hey, you know what, let's go 40 or 50 spins without you hitting. So keep that in mind. The greater the odds, the longer the odds, the more variance involved, and the higher the expectation that you should have to go deeper or play a longer time without hitting. All right, so that's 22, so that's going to be our hedge
The
again.
winning number is 22, black even. Place your bets, please.
Okay, we're going to repeat. Second round. First level, round 2. But I hope you guys are enjoying these. I hope it gives you some things to think about, or some options when you're playing, or trying to plan how you're going to attack a table, depending on how much money you want to bring or what style of play you want. Do you want a high variance play, low variance play? That's one of the good things about roulette, is that based on the different odds that it has to offer, there's so many different ways that you can actually play the game. You can progress, do different kinds of betting systems and everything. It really caters towards a system player. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I enjoy playing them. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. Oh, we got a 33. I thought we were going to get a 4.
The winning number is
So once again, we have our hedge.
Odds. Place your bets, please.
I'm not sure if I'm going to cut this video off because we're roughly at the 15-minute mark. I may just play out this round and then stop it, because you guys can kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. Or I may continue. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it goes. We'll see how many times we hit that hedge. But once again, if you're playing a style like this where, most of your hits, you're hedging, don't expect to get anywhere too fast. Especially, this was kind of a above average expectation scenario, so keep that in mind. All right, let's get it. 1-6. Let's be positive. Let's end on a good note here. Oh, look at that. We did it. All right. All right, so we smashed the 3. All right, so that's 5 hits, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We're in for 16 minutes of play. We started at $10. We're sitting at $14.50. This was the double street martingale with a hedge. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got more videos coming, more strategies, more systems. We're going to work our way down. We're going to probably do the corner bet next, so stay tuned. That's going to be coming. But I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching. And let me hit the cash out button. We're at the Z Casino, Blackhawk, Colorado. We're in for 10.
Thank you.
Out for $14.50. I'm going to put the links for all the other Martingale videos down below so you guys can compare them. But here we go. Out for $14.50. Until next time.